up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, come on. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Say hello to somebody around you. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. All right.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, gosh, today's the last day of 2017. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good year. I had my grandbaby, and so this has been a great year. But I know that 2018 will be wonderful, filled with blessings for all of us. So let's say our opening together, please. We are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time. Yes, we are. So, it's January. We're going to be starting classes. We've got all kinds of stuff. But first, tonight, the Rainbow Alliance is presenting a New Year's Eve party at Annie and Laura Meek's home. And it's a potluck. It's at 5 o'clock. Please, you could go there from 5 to 9, get warmed up for whatever you're going to do at midnight. I'll be in my jammies watching the ball drop in New York. So anyway, go sign up if you're interested in going. This Wednesday, Paul will be doing his Soul Voyage, which is a wonderful midweek faith lift, music, contemplative. It's really wonderful. It opens, there's singing, you have a great time. Soul Sisters, don't forget Soul Sisters. This is the first Thursday of the month, so we'll be meeting over in the Ohm Room. So ladies, we'd love to see you. Let's set our intentions for 2018. And then Dale's got a class starting.
No, I have 2 classes starting, and I'm so excited. I'm ready. I rested during December, and now I'm ready to teach y'all and get your spirituality deepened. So I've got my first class starting this Thursday. It's going to be based on the book The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And this book has transformed many, many, many lives. So if you're ready to go to a deeper place with your spirituality and learn about how your mind is something that you can untether from so that you can tether up to your soul and to spirit and have a whole different life that is rich and fulfilling. This is the class for you. And I do a lot of application of the principles we learn in the book so that you can take them home with you and learn how to use them in your everyday life and have a wonderful consciousness-changing experience. So if that interests you, we start this coming Thursday at 6:30 p.m. And I have another class starting. Oh, you're next.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
We'll come back to me.
My next class, a lot of people aren't sure what this means, building a healing consciousness. A lot of us, when we come into the center, our minds are really in a place where they're on default, and we don't realize the power of our minds. And so this class, which is actually an accredited class through Centers for Spiritual Living, is a wonderful way to look at your consciousness as a place of healing. Instead of it being a place where you're on default and just reactive, you learn how to harness your consciousness and create a vehicle for healing. So you're going to be learning tools from science of mind and some of my little tricks that I'll teach you to bring your consciousness up to a place that is anchored in wholeness and spirituality so that you can have a different type of life experience instead of just the same old, same old. So it's a perfect way to start 2018 and create a new life for yourself.
Now, my class. Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to teach Beyond Limits, which is one of the first classes you take when you join up CSL. And I've taken the qualification of having tuition gone. I want to make it a love offering class so we can have as many people as possible take this class. This is a founder's class. In other words, this is a class where no matter where you are in your life, you need to reestablish your foundation sometimes. And this is an opportunity to come in and do that. Beyond Limits is actually going to be a class where I've seen people come in that, they're grieving the loss of someone, or they've had a job change, or they're about to retire, or their life just isn't what they expected or what they wanted. They feel like their life is falling short, that something needs to happen. So people come into that class, they take this 10-week course, they turn a lot of their lives around, and they really make some significant changes. So this is your opportunity to join us. I'll be teaching it in the morning at 9 a.m. and again at 6 p.m. It starts 1 week from tomorrow. So I don't start tomorrow, I start 1 week from tomorrow. So we'll roll 10 weeks from there. All right? We'll see you there. Next one. We have got classes everywhere.
Classes coming
if you
up.
do not jump into a class and fix your life, that's your choice. Right? No more volunteering for poverty. No more volunteering for any sickness. You guys are all going to be just growing. Go for it.
Yes. So busting loose from the money game. It's all about our consciousness. Everything is about consciousness, what we teach. And so if you come here just on Sunday and your life still isn't working, these are great classes. This one is, I love this book. It says busting loose from the money game, but really what it is busting loose from the game of life. We have created rules that we all accept, that this is what you have to do. You have to work really hard to make money and Well, who created that game? We did it as a humanity. And so this is about raising your consciousness to a different level. There's no homework. There's not even reading ahead of time. We read in the class, and we talk about it, and it's a wonderful way to go deeper in learning and understanding. There's something about when you hear it and speak it that it has a profound impact, and ideas pop up in your head that you want to discuss. So please join me. We have a lot of fun. And I'm going to turn this over to Sue Powell, who's having a class. Sue.
And one more choice. So show of hands, how many of you have a daily meditation practice? Great, awesome. How many of you have tried or would like to have a daily meditation practice? Good, good. So meditation is a very popular topic these days. Research studies have shown it's great for brain health, improves your cognitive function, it's great for cardiovascular disease, it lowers blood pressure, reduces stress hormones, and many, many more things. But in addition to that, we're spiritual beings here having a human experience. And sometimes our humanness gets in the way of that true nature expressing fully and freely through us. So meditation is an absolutely wonderful tool for connecting with that true nature, infinite wisdom, infinite intelligence, whatever you choose to call it. So primordial sound meditation, which I'll be teaching, is an ancient practice revived by Deepak Chopra and Dr. David Simon, who were founders of the Chopra Center in 1996. A primordial sound is basically a sound of nature in the form of a mantra. So the most common primordial sound you've probably heard is Om, and then there are many other sounds besides that. In primordial sound meditation, you'll have your own primordial sound, and you'll learn the practice that Deepak has revived, which I find incredibly relevant for today's times and incredibly connecting to teachings of science of mind. I've practiced a lot of different ways of meditation over the years, and they've all been great for me. The best one is the one that you'll do daily, whatever that is. For me, that's primordial sound meditation, and not only do I do it, but I want to do it because of the difference it makes in my life. I have more ease and flow, more energy, more creativity, more clarity. My life is just better. So I invite you, if you haven't picked a class yet, join me for Primordial Sound Meditation starting January 10th.
Thank you. It's that time of year again. Tour de Palm Springs volunteers are needed for Friday, the February 9th, and Saturday the 10th. Sign up on the patio, and Terry Maple will be leading that up. It's a great way. They distribute money between the different nonprofits that support this and work it, and that's basically where we get the funds for our youth church. So it's really important, and if you want to get involved, please see Terry out on I don't know if he's here this morning, but maybe next week, but there'll be sign-ups out there. And I think that's it. Well, you are all in for a wonderful treat today. We have our CSL ensemble. We have our lovely Gina Harlan's going to be singing, and our handsome Michael Hadley. So, and our, Yes. Anyway, Michael's singing first. He's singing this to me. I just want you to know.
I love her.
Fantastic, Michael. That was great, man.
Thank you.
Michael, come on here again. Mike, Hadley. Come on. Let's hear it from Michael again, guys. That was amazing. And this band, they did it again. Man.
9 o'clock in the morning.
I know, 9. Yeah, he pushed that note out at 7:45. I'm like, dude, you've been up all night or what? How do you do that? Yeah, he's doing that in rehearsal. Wow. Anyway, good morning. Are you ready? Okay, let's turn the lights down. Let's have a little conversation. Let's take a deep breath in. I don't know about you, but I spent the past day, a little over a day, contemplating what I needed to surrender in 2017 in order for me to advance into 2018. And I don't know about you, but there was a laundry list of things. There was a laundry list of things that I have to surrender my attachment to. It's not necessarily surrendering things that I have control over. It's a lot of things surrendering the things I have no control over. You know, I don't have control over the things that are being done in the world right now. I don't have control over, you know, a lot of things. So, I don't know if you're like me, it's one of the big things to surrender is control. To just know that the highest and best good is always unfolding and that I need to get myself out of the way. Me and my opinions, my judgments, my labels. Sometimes I disguise as concerns or opinions. So what do you need to let go of? Today's going to be a great day, a symbolic day to do that. Take another deep breath in. All to Spirit I surrender. All to Thee I freely give. I will always love and trust You, and in Your presence daily live. All to Spirit I surrender. All that's good is wholly mine. In Your presence, in this oneness, through You I am power divine, and I surrender all. I surrender all to Thee, my blessed Spirit, I surrender all.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert, and good morning, world. Today, the last day of 2017, I recognize that there is one infinite power in this universe, one divine creator, a creator of all. It is the power of love. It is the expanse of joy. And it is the depth of abundance. I recognize that I am one with that power. And so I say this now. I am so very grateful for 2017, for the lessons learned, for the experiences. One of which is living an expectant life. So buckle up, Buttercup. We're going for a ride in 2018. I release anything that hinders me from experiencing the connection with Source. My God, my interpretation, my joy, my love is always connected with the one Spirit. And so I now see and recognize in all things that divine inspirational power. It allows me to live in prayer at all times. I know through my teachings, my thoughts create my life. God only says yes. And I say yes to my experiences. I change those that no longer serve me. My ideals for 2018 are for me to experience more love, peace, joy, abundance, wealth, more relationships, more in depth. I see friends and family in a new way. I see the love that is inside them, even though they may not. I see their love. And it is in that ideal that I spread my light out into this world. I no longer worry about Good Morning America, Good Day. I worry about my life. I worry about my thoughts. My thoughts create my life. And so I focus on positive, loving thoughts, supportive thoughts for all around me. With 2018 right here and right now, I am so very grateful for all that life has. I am grateful for the knowledge of who I truly am. And in that gratitude, I release my words to the law of mind, knowing that it is done perfectly all the time and right now. And together we say, and so it is. Amen.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I awake in this holy silence. I hear all that has never been said, and right here in this holy silence we find God when we find ourselves. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So we awake in this holy silence. We hear all that needs to be said, and right here in this holy silence we find God when we find ourselves. And I find God when I find myself. And you find God when you find yourself. Take a deep breath in. And get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Please join me. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. Thank you. Thanks, Michael. All right, so it's that New Year's talk. You know, the one that you hear every year? Right? Right? Okay, go home. We're good. You know what I'm going to say, right? You know what I'm going to say. Yeah, Happy New Year. You know what? I just wanted to share that. Okay, never mind. New beginnings. Here we go. Together, please. I embrace each day as a new beginning. I allow Spirit to move through my life, opening myself to infinite possibilities and fantastic adventures. Yeah? That's what I want. I want a fantastic adventure in 2018. Another one. Here we go. I had this slide at the beginning and the end because this was sort of encapsulates what I was thinking about. The butterfly is already present in the caterpillar. It only takes a shift in thinking for the transformation to begin. And I doubt that the butterfly ever thinks about wanting to be a caterpillar. So think about that. The potential within you has always been within you. And even though you may have slowed that pace down to like a caterpillar, literally a crawl, remember that, that's not who you're supposed to be, but it's part of a process. It's part of a process. Many times when we're slowed up, we start doing this metaphysical guilt thing where we feel badly that my life isn't what it was supposed to be. I'm not where I want to be. And so I feel like sometimes the caterpillar, that we look at that negatively, but maybe we should look at it as part of the process of becoming the butterfly, right? But the butterfly never looks back and goes, whoa, let's go back to the crawl, right? So once you break free from that kind of stuff, once you break free from that consciousness, once you break free from those mindsets that you have and that you may have created for yourself, you're not going to want to look back because you're going to go, you know what, I don't want to go back to that. We can directly and deliberately place our thoughts in the mind of God and simply acknowledge the law of good, affirming and knowing that each day is filled with the infinite joy, love, and abundance of the universe. So this starts there. It starts there by making sure that, like Sue was saying, taking time to meditate or doing whatever you're going to do, to take that time each and every day to place your mind in the right place. Now, that doesn't really happen adequately when the first thing you do in the morning is turn on the coffee and the news. They're not going to want me to get on the ratings, but turning on the news first thing in the morning is like setting your consciousness, your mindset up to struggle all day. Not that you shouldn't know what's going on in the world, but do you have to do it first thing in the morning? Is that going to be the consciousness you want to build on for the rest of the day? To see that there's conflict here or conflict there or this or that? Think about it. A lot of people go, first thing they'll go, okay, and then they'll watch. Like William even said it in his prayer. I turned off Good Morning America. That's the first time I ever heard Good Morning America in a prayer. And buckle up, Buttercup, but I'll talk to you that about later. We'll discuss that in a private meeting. But like William said, you turn that off. You turn that off because that's not setting the stage for your day. It's really not. Life is an adventure in which we never know what is going to happen just beyond the turn of the road, but too often our day today is filled with regrets over the past. If we could convince ourselves that the limitations of the past need not be carried into the future, what a happy outlook we would have. If I knew that I didn't have to carry it along the race. Think of a relay race. You know how the relay race, they have that little stick thing, whatever they call that? Baton, thank you. Sports knowledge. All right. You don't necessarily have to keep passing the baton, right? You don't have to keep carrying those things with you. You can start running a different race. I hate to say this, but throw the baton down. Get rid of it. Get on a different race because you don't have to carry it over. You're going to choose, and we all do this every day of our life, but boy, it's very symbolic on New Year's Eve. It's very symbolic because you're going to choose what you want to carry over to the next year. You may be feeling grief. You may be having a dis-ease or some sort of a medical condition. Your relationship may be in turmoil. Your finances may not be where you want them to be. But you're going to choose how you're going to carry them over, how you're going to pass them into the next year. Are you going to pass them in as a condition, or are you going to pass them in as process to healing? Do you follow me? Because if I pass it as a condition, what I'm doing is I'm accepting the condition in 2018. If I accept it as a process of healing, then I'm accepting its movement. What we did yesterday is carried over in today only because we give it our consent to it. What we are thinking and doing today can create the kind of tomorrow we want to experience if we will change our outlook on life. And I'll add this, and let some things just die. Let them go. Release them. And I use the word die in the form of stop breathing life into our discomfort. We give CPR to issues. We breathe life into our issues. Sometimes you just got to call the time of death and put it on their certificate. Because sometimes you can't, because if not, again, you're giving consent to carry it over. Together, please. I embrace each day as a new beginning. I allow Spirit to move through my life, opening myself up to infinite possibilities and fantastic adventures. We live each day as though all the joy is in the universe were ours now. And we live each day as though all the joy we ever expect to experience were ours now. What do you expect to experience? What do you expect to experience? I know that at the end of the year, you can watch the summary of 2017. This is what we did, and this is what we have to look forward to. And, I want to drink hydrogen peroxide and just kind of throw up after I'm done watching it. Because I'm like, really? I don't want to hear about that kind of stuff. I want to expect joy in my life today. I want to expect it tomorrow, and I want to expect 2018 as a life of joy. You get to establish that right now. You can accept that right now in your life if you choose to. If not, whatever you choose to do, remember you're volunteering. I would like to volunteer for a little more joy. Anybody want to join me? Absolutely. The starting point for creating a better future for ourselves is to deliberately free our minds from the mistakes of yesterday and feel that they need no longer be held against us. They need no longer to be a liability. Who here has never made a mistake? I'm so glad, because usually there's one person that will raise their hand, followed by their spouse hitting them over the head. So they no longer need to be a liability. You don't need to carry it over on your balance sheet. Right? It's close out the year. Let some stuff go. And you know what it is. In fact, you're going to write it down. Did everybody get a piece of paper when you came in today? Paper? Yeah, we're going to write that down, because you're going to write down what it is that you need to let go of. You may have to be cryptic with it, because some of you try to put a novel in there. All right. We cannot make adjustments in the past. We cannot make them but we make them in the present. It is slow, Joe. Not enough coffee. It is not going to do us any good to sit around and cry over the past and bemoan our fate because of the very day which we are living. We are creating our tomorrows, which will become monotonous repetitions of our yesterdays. If we decide to sit around and reflect all the time, just remember your tomorrow will be another day of reflection on the things that still haven't improved. You have to change the focus of your reflection. It's okay to look back. It's okay to look back. You just can't stay fixated on it, right? We know this. If we disconnect ourselves from the past and find ourselves firmly rooted in God, in love, in hope, in joyful expectancy, and in grateful acknowledgement, and if we learn to harmonize with everything that transpires today, tomorrow will unfold in amazing ways. I like the word, this is the word that I want you to carry from that slide, harmonize. I want you to harmonize with the things that you want, with the song you want to hear. If your life were a song, I want you to harmonize with it and fill it up. So the carryover from this slide is harmonizing yourself with what it is you expect to happen. Make sure you want what you expect. All of it. Warning, all of it. Because with everything comes responsibility. So whatever you want and wish for and hope for, just remember, something comes with it that's going to require additional work. Mental work, physical work, emotional work, financial work, whatever that is, it's just going to require you to be a participant. So it's not just blindly going, oh yeah, I want this. It's, I want this and I'm going to sustain it. It's one thing to get something, it's another thing to get it and to sustain it. Do you see what I'm saying? New Year's Eve is a great time to reflect on what you've learned from the past year and how you will use what you've learned as you move forward. New Year's is like a reset button, a fresh start, a new beginning. So take the lessons that we learned in 2017, and I've learned quite a bit, and I'm continuing to learn quite a bit. So I'm taking those things and stamping them, filing them under the concept of experience. I experienced these things. I've learned from them, and there are many of them in the file I'm going to choose not to duplicate. See, I have two file drawers in my mind. I file the experiences to be repeated because they were a lot of fun, right? Or they were good ones, usually with sinners. And then there are experiences that we're done with, that I want to, that I put on plain white paper and just file them away and go, that was good, thank you. So you have two drawers you can file this stuff in. And I hope you choose the right one. Things that you wanted to get done and didn't hit the reset button and things that you wanted to get done and didn't, hit the reset button and forgive yourself. Move forward into a new year with new ideas, new thoughts, and new intentions. Hit the reset button if you didn't hit your target goal weight. Right, you know what I mean? Because you know how we all start the year going, this year is the year I'm going to join the gym. And you did. And you went 4 times. So don't feel bad about it. Just know that you can reset this and allow yourself to just forgive yourself. Something tells me, I know I have, something tells me you might have made a mistake this year. Something tells me that you may have said something that you may not should have said at a certain point, right? Maybe you need to do a little forgiveness work. Maybe you need to work on asking for forgiveness and also forgiving yourself for those things so you're not carrying that in. You can't have a new beginning if you're not going to let go of the old ending. The caterpillar literally dissolves itself so that it can become a new form. The butterfly. So the caterpillar literally dissolves itself, dissolves what its form used to look like to create something new. You cannot have that new beginning unless you allow the ending to occur. And sometimes it's challenging to put the period at the end of the chapter and to turn the page and start a new chapter. It can be really difficult because, I know some people have lost their spouses, some people are going through medical conditions, some people have, they're struggling financially, and you think, oh my gosh, when am I going to finally put it? Sometimes it's really challenging to put the period there and not just start the sentence, but actually turn the page. All right? So think about what you want to dissolve yourself into. I had a mental image when I wrote this. I had this mental image of, you know how the sci-fi movie, or actually it wasn't even sci-fi. Remember Star Trek when they would disappear and reappear in the capsule or whatever it was? They'd go from place to place. What I don't know what you call that. What? Beam me up. Yeah, right. That should be a talk title. It's kind of a beam me up kind of thing. If you could just dissolve yourself for just a moment and then reappear, but between the time you dissolve and the time you reappear, you had the choices what you wanted to bring forward in that little block of time, how would you show up in your life again? How would you show up again if you could dissolve and reappear? So I had this mental image of myself dissolving, and then I came back looking like Tom Selleck, and it was really great. Had a lot of fun for many years. Anyway. And finally, as the old thoughts, beliefs, ways of being dissolved, something new is made in its place, something beautiful, something whole. So you get to decide how that's going to turn out. Everything you have just gone through, everything that you've allowed to dissolve from within you, having served its purpose, has made you stronger. The highest and best of who you are is right now present. So remember that all the stuff that we've marched through already, your highest self is still there. It's there. It's stronger than ever. Now, you may not feel that because the conditions on the outside may not be aligned with what you want them to be. But remember, everything that you've gone through, everything that's dissolved, everything that has made you a stronger person, and right now you are fully present and right where you should be, right where the universe has you to go to the next step, and the best of who you are and the highest and best of who you are is present right now. How does that feel if you could accept that? So how does that feel if you could accept that my highest and best is fully present right now in this moment? How many of you, as soon as I say that, go, yeah, but if he only knew that this was going on over here? I saw you do that. I saw some of you go, that's really nice, but So you have to change the paradigm around it. Finish up 2017 tonight. Don't bring anything with you that you don't want and don't need. Journal, ponder, reflect, explore what you've accomplished this year and what you want to become in the new year. Make sure you have an expectation of what you want. Make sure you have an expectation of what you want. In the absence of a clear expectancy, the universe will repeat the patterns that are in your subconscious mind that you've already done. And again, let me say that again. In the absence of clear direction of what you want to establish in the new year, the universe will continue to fill it up with the same thing that it's been filling it up with even today. So until you make up your mind to have something new in there, it's going to keep repeating the pattern, and you're going to look back and go, it was another year of the same old stuff. Well, it's the same old stuff because you didn't establish the idea of the new thing and have an idea of expectancy. William brought that up in his prayer too. There is an expectation of it, not a wish, not a dream, but there's an expectation. It's a spiritual contract that you're going to make. It's a spiritual contract that we make every day of our life. You are in constant spiritual contract, and there's an expectancy that whatever you're thinking about, the universe is going to bring about. Now, can you keep your thoughts there? Remember that the butterfly is already present in the caterpillar. It only takes a shift in thinking for the transformation to begin, and I doubt that the butterfly ever thinks about wanting to be a caterpillar. I started with that. I ended with that. Because think about it. Just think about it. It's already present within you. There may be places that, bless you, there may be places in which you feel like you've been crawling or even come to a stop. But the infinite divine intelligence, the presence of God, the power of God is in you now. And one need not look back as the transformation begins. But it can only begin with your consent, your commitment, and your consciousness. Does that make sense? Happy 2018, everybody. Thank you for a great year.
So I invite the ushers to come forward, please. Okay, did you want to say something?
Yeah, so as you do the offertory today, there's one other thing. Paul was going to talk about this, but I'll bring it up. This is the last day of the year. We would love to go into the end this year in the black. We're not there yet. So if you could consider making additional contributions this week, we would greatly appreciate it. We really would like to end this year in 2017 in a great way, and we've already lined ourselves up for a great 2018, but we really would like to finish it out. So please consider that making an extra offertory. So now let's go ahead and do our offertory prayer. Bring it up.
All right. Please say with me, I give my offering with gratitude as I recognize the demonstration of Spirit's generosity in all areas of my life.
We're going to do the peace song as our offertory song because I think it's great to establish that again for the new year. So again, we say it very slowly together. We sing it very slowly because I want to make sure you're not just singing the words, but you mean the words as a prayer. Go ahead. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as our power, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
So let's bless our offering, our last offering of this year, and say together, this collective offering is spirit in action. As it circulates into the universe, it touches and blesses many lives, including my own. All right. So at this time, I'd like to welcome our visitors. If you are here for the first time, please stand up. Don't be bashful. We'd love to welcome you, and we have a gift for you. Anyone here? Oh, right. Welcome. 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 Yes. Yes. Thank you. And over here. And so what we're giving you is a CD container with information about who we are and what we believe. And please stop by the table, the foyer desk there, and pick up a CD of a couple of Dr. Joe's previous talks, and we welcome you. And if you're from the Valley, please come back. And if you're visiting, enjoy your stay, because it is pretty nice here. And then this is our prayer team, and they are over in the Om room. If you want to have any prayers done, set your intention for the new year so you can be from that caterpillar to that butterfly, please join them over there in the next building over. And then don't forget the classes that start. Wednesday is Paul's class, but we have classes starting. Soul Sisters on Thursday. There's something here every day except tomorrow, because we're going to be celebrating New Year's. So let's just do a closing prayer. Let's just take in that deep breath, recognizing that power that is within us. And so as this year ends and the new year begins, we release that which no longer serves us, and we look forward in great anticipation of that which we want. We set our intentions, setting our intentions to fly, to be that butterfly, to die to that old way of being if it no longer serves us, and to spread our wings and fly. And so I know for each and every one of us here, we have that capacity, we have that power to create anew every day. And so we embrace every day of 2018 with joy, knowing that our lives are in harmony with the universe, with our intentions. So I am so grateful. I'm so grateful for this awareness, for this opportunity to choose again. And so knowing that my word is the law, I just let it go, and together we say, and so it is. Amen.
There's a paper you have in front of you with a pencil. Sorry. You're all like right there. You totally forgot. I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. All right. So, you know what you're going to write down, right? Whatever you need to surrender or release from 2017. I mean, my guess is you already figured that out. Return the pencil, though, so that 11 o'clock can have it. So on your way out, there is a burning tube things on fire. I'll just say that. You know? So take the time to consciously put it in. Don't just drop it in there. But remember that you're transitioning from this. This is where you're transitioning out of. So allow yourself to think about it for a second, then put it in. It's flash paper, so it should go up immediately. If it doesn't, please don't try to grab it. And once it goes up, please don't try to recreate it to bring it back. All right? So write that down. And sorry, boy, William, thank you for catching that. I probably need to put a slide up there that says that. Thank you again, guys. Have a wonderful have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and I'll see you guys right out here. All right?
Bird, baby bird, starting your nest, just the chorus. 1, 2, 3.
Bird, baby bird. Bird, baby bird. Bird, baby bird. Disco